Okay, so it has broken this uptrending trend line. This was a very quick trade. I got in and out of it very quickly. It was super speculative. I was watching this one since the move right here where it was trying to break this pre-market high, and it was able to a few times to get above it, but I didn't like it. It gave me the vibe of one of those kinds of stocks that try to break out and then maybe it does a little and then it just sells off massively and maybe even halts towards the bottom. But I did have an interest in this one when it was holding VWAP, which is this red line right here, and I did buy 20 shares at 886 at 1009, which was right here, thinking, all right, well, worst case it breaks under VWAP, and if it gets under this roughly 874 level, I'll just be selling and I'll be close to, this level if it breaks below it, and it won't be that big of a deal. Worst case scenario, I thought maybe it could drop all the way to $8 and just like have a big nasty red candle, and that's why I went long 20 shares, and I sold it on the way up because these things are very speculative, at least in my opinion. I sold some at 1011 at 901, almost 902, and then I sold some more at 912, and then I sold some more at 916, and then I got out. Wow, it's really trying to do it now. Um, yeah, it's a toxic move, but it's an uptrending trend line, and it broke under it, and I got out of it, and now it's just trying to come back. That's a great way to squeeze a lot of shorts. And I sold my last piece at 906 when it was looking like it was going to maybe break under it. But yeah, wow, this one's pretty toxic. There's a lot of stocks that do this, and this one went towards the upside. Most of these, try to break the day high, and then if it fails, it makes like an uptrend, a whole bunch of volume, and then just sells off like massive, like crazy. And no, this one just try to regain itself. This probably squeezed a lot of shorts, and this thing can keep going, especially if somebody got caught shorting this trend line break and now, maybe they're thinking about doubling down or just getting out and, causing this big squeeze right here. Wow, my best sell was at 916, is in the 960s, but I don't mind missing this because that doesn't happen too much. It can be pretty toxic when it does. Pretty cool that it worked out though, because it means, there was a lot of opportunity out there, I guess. But I'm very happy with the way I traded it. Maybe, hindsight 2020, I could have just held on to 5 shares and then allow that to be the thing I'll sell if it breaks under this level. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll make an update as to what this one does. It looks like it actually is able to hold this trend line. Sometimes it breaks an uptrending trend line and it tries to like get back to it, but it's just under the line. But this one actually is, at least in this candle right here, holding above it. Okay, it is 1 a.m. and I'm here to call it off. Overall, I'm gonna be up on the day. $4.50, 2.5% gain, and that was that trade with NERV, the dip towards VWAP, which was successful because it held VWAP and it made a move towards the upside. I don't have it here, but I was trading according to a trend line, and I had my last sell at 1012 when it was looking like it was going to break the line, which it did end up doing, and it was able to regain itself above it, which was pretty impressive. Right around here is the way I had the trend line. And yeah, it regained it and then it was no longer able to. Yeah, not too often it does something like this, but that was really cool. And I do want to show my orders just to show that it is transparent. Although it doesn't show the profit loss anymore because it is the next day, even though, it's in the morning. And I do have a new position with my IRA, and it's a speculative one. I'm not up very much on this one, but I am long Apple, and I think I have the chart on E-Trade. But essentially, this thing just had a very massive multi-year breakout above this level, this 180-ish level, and if you go back very far away, this has been the highest point for a super long time. It's the highest point ever, and it just broke it, which is good. And I guess maybe they're getting into that thing with the glasses or whatever. I don't care. I just like the fact that and broke above this level and it's following a trend line, and it's shown that it can follow a trend line before. I'm essentially going to be long this until it looks like it might try to make a move and break under the trend line, which can happen at any point, but I am interested in a multi-year breakout. Another one I was looking at was Microsoft, but this one's a little toxic the way it trades. I don't like how this one tried to get above it not too long ago and it sold off. And even though it's still holding the line, it can do these little toxic dips and then try to come back, but it eventually might not do it. And I was interested in Schwab, and I just don't like where it is right now. I was looking at it for an inverse head and shoulder head, and this ended up being the shoulder. Big green day here when I wasn't looking at the markets this day, and today had a bit of an uptrend, and it looks like it's trying to break the neckline. So ideally, it can like have a few red days or one red day and hold above this 52 40-ish level, and then I would like to be long a much larger position than what I have with Apple, and I could, ideally see it go and hold above the neckline and continue to maybe regain itself, and I think that could be a pretty good setup. Otherwise, that's it for today. Just that one trade with NERV and a longer term position with Apple on my Roth IRA. That's all I have for today.